know my life story, but my mother says that I've always had an ability. When I was a kid, I had some dreams come true occasionally, things like that, but nothing where I really considered myself psychic. I didn't really think about it. She said I used to talk to people, Native Americans in my bedroom that she could not see. And this was in Rochester, New York. Time went on, I'm living my life normally, and I got very injured in 1995 in Los Angeles. And in my desperation to try to get help, I had heard about a healer named Eric Pearl. And the stars aligned. I mean, I was clearly sent to him for a healing session. Because I wasn't going to go, but these series of weird things happened, and I went. And Eric changed my life. He worked on me 3 days in a row. And then numerous times throughout the years, because I would have very dramatic things happen to me when he worked on me. I would leave my body, I would go through tunnels into the middle of the universe and have beings talk to me. I was shown my true home, which made me hysterically homesick to the point where I could not speak. I felt hands touching me where no one was there. I felt myself spiraling around inside my body. It was amazing. And so the third session, I thought, well, this is pretty incredible, but I'm the same person. And I went home that night and I went to bed and I had an out-of-body experience. I don't remember where I went. All I do remember is I slammed into my body through here so hard that it threw me half out of the bed. And when I woke up going, what the hell was that? And it scared me, and I got back in bed, and I'm laying there, and you know how you're in a movie theater and you feel like someone's staring at the back of your head? You just feel when someone's looking at you? So I'm there in bed, and I suddenly felt people in the room looking at me, and I pulled the covers up to go here, and because I was fully expecting someone to just materialize. It was that strong of a feeling. I don't know how I fell back to sleep, but I did. And then the next day, I started hearing voices, and I started having visions, and I would just know things that I didn't used to know. And then as time would go on, I had a hypnotic regression for past life work with somebody. And in the middle of one of the hypnotic regressions, I was suddenly pushed out of my body while these two different groups of beings came and talked through me. They seem to be extraterrestrial. I'm not sure which groups now. So this was back in 2000, and they talked about Lemuria, which I had never heard of at the time. And they kept saying in 12 years, if you do the math, that's significant, my true work would become important, but they didn't elaborate. They would not let me interrupt. I was totally helpless. They had an agenda of things they wanted to say. Now, the poor hypnotherapist, he was new at this. He was still in school. He had no idea how to handle what was happening. He had a tape recorder right next to him, didn't think to turn it on. He was just freaking out. So after all that happened and I came out of it, I thought, well, what was that? So it made me curious about channeling. And I found a group that was doing a channeling somewhere in LA, and I just went to go watch them work, and I was just going to be an audience person. And Spirit had other ideas, and all of a sudden I was out of it. A group came through me and took over the whole meeting. And then at the end, the people in the meeting said, you need to be in, they said, you have something, you need to learn how to use this. So then I took training with Sean Randall in Los Angeles, who's a wonderful channel, and learned how to control it better, because for a while I was having things, I would start to just go inappropriately. I had no idea that I had control over my own body. I had to be told I can control it. So I learned how to properly do things. So I most of the time it's Pleiadians or Arcturians that come through. Lately there is the White Brotherhood. But I've also channeled Sitting Bull once, showed up, who was awesome. His energy was just fabulous. So I never know who's going to come through. The way I normally work is I just leave, they talk, say what they feel like they want to tell you, and then they go. I don't know if they'll do a question-answer type thing or not, because that's not what they normally do, but it's possible. They'll let you know. All I ask is that you don't touch me, because I have had people touch me when that's dangerous, actually. And although it's getting better as I merge with them, it's not as dramatic as it used to be. It can look a little concerning to somebody who doesn't know. So don't get scared. You know, my physical body may be affected, but I'm used to it. It's actually gentler than it used to be. It's kind of like 1,000 watts trying to come into a 60-watt bulb. It's hard sometimes, but it's getting better. I don't normally work with crystals, by the way, but I had such good things happen from his class last week. I'm deciding I'm going to try it and see what happens. I like this one. I think that's it. I guess.
Carrie, does it hurt you when you channel?
It's exhausting. It does use a lot of my energy, which I need to learn better how to somehow buffer that. The only thing that it hurts is I have severe neck damage, so there have been times when they are twisting me into a thing with my head that's just really uncomfortable. But they haven't been doing that, so I think they're being more conscious of my physicality, and they're, you know, because they don't want to hurt me, so.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing. It's not, it looks awful, you know, and you know, it looks like I'm dying, but it doesn't hurt. So for instance with the camera, I'm just looking to basically, you know, start taping me once I get there, assuming I can get there.
Want me to stop it now?
You're not taping now, are you?
I'm taking it now.
You are?
Uh-huh.
No, because I only had a 4 gig card.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,